The House will come to order.
On Monday, the House and Senate met jointly to elect 4 members to the University of Minnesota Board of Regents. Due to pandemic protocols, most legislators participated remotely in the selection of the newest board members to join the university's 12-member governing body. Ruth Johnson, James Farnsworth, Cody Verhalen, and Doug Hebsch were elected to serve on the board for the next 6 years. The House Transportation, Finance, and Policy Committee approved a proposal on Tuesday that would up the fines for drivers who pass a school bus while its stop arm is extended and children are present. Representative Dan Wolgamott sponsors House File 2172, which would also direct the fines toward stop arm camera systems in hopes of catching offenders in the act.
It's such a joy bringing your child to the school bus, the excitement, spending time with friends, but that feeling can turn to gut-wrenching tragedy because we have too many drivers on our roads who blow right past our school buses. That's unacceptable, Mr. Chair, members, and that's why I'm bringing this bill before you today.
Representative Cal Barr, who voted against the proposal, questioned the constitutionality of stop arm camera systems.
Red light cameras have been deemed unconstitutional in Minnesota by our state court, and I didn't know if there was a different angle they were using because it's videotaping an action that is later transferred to a law enforcement agent who will then write the ticket, not being present. And that was what the problem was. And it seems to me that this is exactly the same thing as that was.
The bill was passed as amended 14-3 and sent to the House Judiciary, Finance, and Civil Law Committee. A proposal termed the Women of Color Opportunity Act was approved 11-0 Wednesday by the House Workforce and Business Development, Finance, and Policy Committee. Representative Hodan Hassan's House File 389 would establish grant programs for organizations working with girls and women of color to fund the development of small businesses, increase financial literacy, expand access to STEM careers, encourage academic success, and fund high-wage, high-demand, non-traditional jobs.
If we truly care about eliminating disparities as a state, we must remove systemic barriers that hold women of color back and prevent them from living the American dream many of us have and others so direly want.
The bill now moves to the House Education Finance Committee. A proposal to provide funding for summer school was approved by the House Ways and Means Committee late Wednesday. House File 1064, sponsored by Representative Jim Davney, would appropriate nearly $105 million for some schools that are planning summer school programming to help mitigate students' pandemic-related learning loss.
This is a preschool to career package that needs to move now, Madam Chair. Schools need certainty and budget projections to plan from. Families need to know now what opportunities will be available to their children to learn and grow this summer. And some of these elements have been introduced as far back as last July. It's time to act.
In addition to increased after-school and summer programming, key elements of the plan include expanding access to quality childcare, additional school-linked mental health services, and helping schools develop community partnerships for added tutoring services and hands-on learning opportunities. Representative Pat Garofalo, the Republican lead on the committee, took issue with some of the provisions in the bill, but ultimately decided to vote in favor of House File 1064.
Obviously, on our side of the aisle, there's going to be some differences of opinion. Some people will vote for it. Some people will vote against it. But this is a really crucial issue, and this is one of these things along with getting the unemployment taxation issue resolved, getting the PPP issue resolved, getting the public safety funding for the court case in Hennepin County. Those are things that need to get resolved, and it's important for us to send a signal to you that while this may not be the bill that we would put together on our side of the aisle, I believe that it's important for us to vote for it and move this along through the process.
The bill was approved and sent to the House floor, where it is scheduled for debate on Tuesday. For more nonpartisan coverage of the Minnesota House of Representatives, check out our Session Daily work on the House website at house.mn/sessiondaily.